In this part of the films, we can see the aftermath of the attack on the Task Force Headquarters Defence and Employment Platoon whilst it was travelling in armoured personnel carriers, clearing the area around the headquarters position before last light. One carrier was struck by a rocket, and the claymore mines being carried on the track exploded simultaneously with the rocket hitting, and 6 members of the Defence and Employment Platoon travelling in and on the carrier were killed pretty well instantly. The commander of the carrier was also killed, as was the driver, making a total of 8 guys killed in the one action. I diverted one of the companies, a rifle company commanded by Major Ivan Carl, who had been a cadet at Duntroon when I was an instructor there, and had been with me in the Pacific Islands Regiment in Papua New Guinea earlier in the 60s. I diverted his company to go to the scene to help sort out and help the troops on the ground at the time. At the same time, I calling troops in contact with the enemy, requested United States Air Force fighters to come overhead and to, while we worked out suitable targets for them to attack, such as likely enemy withdrawal routes, known enemy, previous enemy locations, and any sort of place we thought the enemy might have moved to or come from. At one stage we had so many fighters overhead that Major Carl asked me to please stop the build-up. But here you can see some of them going into action against the, hopefully against the enemy. Members of the Task Force Headquarters, taking their lives in their hands in some respects, came out of their protective bunkers and command posts and had a look at the air show. We were slightly crazy brave in those days, I think. I sent a situation report to Headquarters Australian Force Vietnam immediately after this action, and I had time to do so. And rather than sending it in army-type staccato language, I sent it in journalese so that when it got to Saigon, it could be passed on to the press and it wouldn't get screwed up in the interpretation by the military parlance and what should or might go into a newspaper. And that actually happened, and I saw what I'd written reproduced in several Australian newspapers later on.